Inside Havilah's Corner. I'm your host, Havilah Malone, and today we have with us in our studios a renowned casting agent based out of the New Orleans area who's casting all over the United States and doing some really huge things in the film industry. Miss Mae Chapman.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Doing excellent. Excellent. You have a very interesting background as well, which we're going to talk about and really get to know who Mae Chapman is. So, welcome to the show.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Tell us something that no one really knows about you.
It was a long way starting, and it all began with a simple mission to help others. And my mission to helping others landed me where I am today. I was actually a 7th, 8th grader educator, and I was teaching my students who were behavior disorder students on how they can overcome anything.
So is this the book that made some significant changes in not only your life, but in the life of the students that you were teaching at the time?
Exactly, it did. It made remarkable changes in their lives, and it took one incident where one of the kids told me that they went out for the playground area and they were playing with the other kids, and a teacher came by and stated that these kids were going to amount to anything in life but have babies and go to jail based on their behavior disorders. And when I told my students, I'm like, that will never happen. I'm going to make sure of it. We took a hold of Millionaire and all of Dr. Gray's ideas, and actually bringing a kid in a poverty-stricken area into where they become entrepreneurs, business owners. They can become anything, leaders in life. And so because I had this passion to change things for these kids, things started happening to me.
You found the more that you gave and the more that you did for others,
yes, exactly,
the more came into your life.
Exactly. In the process of teaching them on how to ask for something, believe in something, and they should receive it, I taught them the law of attraction. I was telling the kids, I said, anything that you're involved with, you know, if you're involved with the arts, involved with anything at all, you're going to start attracting those people, things. It's just like we're magnets. I was making all programs for the school as far as like Christmas plays and African American History Day, you know, just anything. You know, I was making little skits and plays with them. I was also singing and dancing on stage in Lafayette at Cité des Arts, and I was directing. I was doing a lot of things, getting involved with the arts and stuff. And then all of a sudden, a phone call came in. And I'm like, what's this? So it was a friend of mine. His name is Wayne Morgan. He's actually a producer in the New Orleans area. And Wayne said, maybe we're going to be in the Lafayette area. Are you interested in casting? I'm like, what?
And you, at this point, had never done anything casting related.
No. The only thing that's kind of close to casting related, it was theatrical. Probably for a few plays. It had some kids come in, adults or something, for stage plays. But as far as extra casting was such a large, extensive, it was a Screen Actors Guild film, but like that, a union film based on that with Tommy Lee Jones, John Goodman. It was Mary Steinberg. It was just so many big players that were in this movie that I was going to be a part of.
So the things you put in, set into your mind is the things that were going to happen, ended up being the things that started happening for you.
It was almost like a mirror effect. It was kind of... it was a powerful moment in my life because then things just started changing rapidly for me. I asked Wayne on the phone. I asked him, I said, well, Wayne, how long is this project for? Is it like a one-day casting thing? He said, no, man, it's not a one-day. I'm like, well, how many days is it? They said about 2 months. 2 months!
So, yeah, that's a real big decision.
I said 2 months of cousin. Oh, my God. I said, I cannot leave the school for 2 months. I said, I don't know how to do this. He said, well, just get back with us and let us know. And the shocking thing was, okay, now, so how am I going to be a teacher and cast this movie?
Yeah, dilemma there.
Yeah, so the dilemma came, and, you know, it was an act of fate. I had to choose, okay, what do you want to do with your life, Mae? What do you want to do with your life? So I went and talked to the administrator. And sitting in his office, I'll never forget him. He sat there and he said, Mae, when I was a little boy, I told my daddy that I wanted to be an actor. And he said my daddy was totally against that, like completely. And he said, that was my dream. I wanted to be an actor. He said, so for me to tell you to not follow your dreams and pursue, especially the film industry, he said, I'll be crazy. And he said, I'm not going to do that to you. He said, Miss May, you have done a great job with these kids. You laid a great foundation. These kids will never forget you. Follow your dreams. He said, go ahead and turn your resignation in. I'm like, what? I said, okay. I said, you sure? He's like, go ahead, you did an awesome job. So, you know, of course, the breaking news was to tell my students that I wasn't going to be there anymore. But I knew that, you know, they had a great foundation. They knew they would ask for something, believe in something, they're going to get it. Because why? I was living proof for them. And Electric Mist was the movie that I was called out for. So we put like over 600 and something people on set. And this is my first time actually doing any extra casting or anything, and put over 600 people. So that
you really like stepped out on faith, and then you became proof of what's possible.
Exactly. And things never stop from there. I started getting other positions, and as far as casting, and every time I turn around and I say, okay, go on, I done give up my teaching job. My family thought I was totally crazy. You done lost your brain cell. You done left the school. Now you don't
like,
have.
What are you doing?
Where's your security? You know, so it was so funny. Like, where's your security? You know, what are you crazy? You know, how you gonna leave the school system? And I'm still getting that today, to be honest with you. Even though now I am who I am today, but
you're successful, you're established, you've made history.
I'm still crazy.
And your family is still like, you know what?
She crazy.
What are you doing?
Look at she done lost her mind. She should stay in the school system. But they, you know, some people have the concept of being an entrepreneur and, you know, living that type of lifestyle, and some people just don't. Some people just have to work their way, you know, for someone. I realized, I say, okay, you know, I think I got this. You know, I think I'm going to go for another leap of faith. And I'm going to open my own company. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open my own company. The moment I did that, bam, another history-breaking thing. And I never knew that by me opening my own company, that I was the first African-American female to have her own casting company in the state of Louisiana. I was given a phone call, and I was like, what? They said, do you know? I said, well, I said, hold on, I got to do my research. I said, I got to do my research. They said, no.
Sometimes you do things and you don't even know that the steps that you are taking are going to make such a huge impact, not only for yourself, but for everyone around you and everyone who sees what you're doing.
My first project, Oprah Winfrey Network, misread diagnosis. And I was like, I cannot believe. And as soon as I seen my name, you know, how the credits rolled in Chapman cast, I was like, Lord, and I was so excited. I was like, oh my God. You know, it was breathtaking.
I am such a huge Oprah fan.
I am too. It was like, oh.
Definitely one of my mentors and one of, you know, an influence for me. And look, you're working directly with them and with their network and providing content. That's huge.
That was so big for me. And then, like I'm saying, like, once I put the hat on, and then next thing you know, and everybody said, well, how do you get these projects? I said, one thing about my leap of faith, everybody chase things when things are given to me because of the leap of faith I have. It's amazing how I get phone calls, and people say, well, how did you get that project? I said, because somebody thought of me.
It flows to me. I don't chase it.
I don't chase it.
It flows to me. Oh,
well, I don't chase it. Last thing project, I was on Amazing Race working with some guys out of Belgium. You know, and it's like everyone said, "How did you get
international?"
Yeah, you got to go international. They said, "How do you do that? How do you get these projects?" And I'm like, I said, guys, I said, you don't realize. I said, it's because keep in mind your leap of faith will provide things for you.
It's like when you open yourself up and you set your mind to a goal or set your mind to what it is that you want, the universe opens to you.
It does.
And it will flow to you as long as you believe it and you know what it is you want.
You have to believe. It's like my name was written on a director's chair. That's the way I feel. Like, say, my name was written on a chair that I'd never seen. I just sat in it.
And so you are even currently expanding your empire outside of just putting the director's hat on. So what are some of the other things that you're now involved in and doing?
Well, I also have Living Legacy Films, which is a little small film production company that I have. And right along with Chapman Casting. I'm filming like 3 independent projects in the Lake Charles area. And so now my company has been asked to help out with 2 other projects in New Orleans area. One's a documentary about a female boxer, and then the next one is about a legendary martial arts kickboxer, which is actually going to be a feature film. I mean, we're working with some dynamic people, great crew, And I'm just excited about it. I'm excited that people believe in that I know I get the job done. I'm actually film and TV manager for New Cupid, the national recording artist.
Oh!
Yeah, so I'm helping him. So I'm helping him, branding him, and getting him going.
You've proven that you can get the job done.
Exactly.
Because you can.
Yeah.
Get the job
I get
done.
the job done. Yeah.
Like, I get the job
done.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get it done. You know, if it kills me, I'm going to get it done. Because, you know, one thing I realized, your name means a lot. If that's the only thing you have, save your name. Save your name. You know, when people realize, you know, when someone passed away, you have the day they were born and the day that they end. But in the middle, there's a dash. So what is your dash going to say about you?
What's the story you're writing for yourself?
Yeah. What is your dash? Was it just a blank? I don't want mine to be.
Same here.
Yeah, I don't want mine to be. Yeah,
you are the writer, director, and producer of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can have whatever type of life you want. It's up to you.
It's up to you. And I want to leave a legacy.
And what type of legacy is it that you're wanting to leave?
I look at, like, I'm a real big fan and still a fan of Dr. Martin Luther King. Being that we're living in the South, and some of our mentality has never changed. And I think, like, Tyler Perry and other, you know, they've also mentioned about when it comes to, even Sidney Poitier mentioned when he first stepped in the arena of the industry, it's hard for African Americans to even get ahead. You'll get slurs or get remarks, or they'll say something to degrade who you are and not really find out who you are.
In the face of that, you know, challenge, how do you continue on? How do you, rise above that so that you can continue to grow and be successful and do the things that you really want to do and accomplish?
First thing I do is pray. I prayed all the way through. You know, through all the trials and tribulations that anyone threw my way, I prayed and I said, you know, it's because of prayer and faith. You know, no man on earth can stop me regardless of any, discrimination you may have against who I am on the outside. You can't stop my inside. You cannot. You cannot. You can call me what you want, call me any kind of slur. I don't care. Words are small to me. You know, but the power that's within me it just takes over.
So really, if you change the thing that you focus on, you can turn anything into a positive. And then make it work for you as opposed to work against you. Well,
you gotta look at the positive thing. It's, so it's rough for us. As African Americans, it is rough in this industry for us, but we know we just have to keep our head up and just keep pressing no matter what they say or tell us. We can change how Hollywood think of us. It would be great just to see, we make a awesome movie, get a great award for it, and not have to be depicted as, from way back when, as if we were, in those days of slavery and all, you know what I'm saying? Or yes ma'am, no ma'am stage. I believe that we can make great movies that we can win awards for, and I think Hollywood will open the doors and recognize it, That's where I am with that. I want to be a part of a movement, to change things.
And so do you feel like a change is going to come where it won't be as difficult because of the movement that you are on and the movement that you're making?
Whoever thought that it'd never happen in the world, for us to have African American president and a first lady in the White House. We never. So just by that, think about how many lives they changed. You say, well, I can do this. How many young, African American kids that said, now finally I can say I can be president.
You became proof of what was possible.
That's right. But we just got if we all work together and all come together, then we could, make this happen. I want to be like Martin. He did it, and I say he left a legacy. I mean, look, you read every history book, I want to be a part of the history books.
Wow. All to know that our life meant something, and that we were able to make a difference. It's huge.
That's all I want. Before I leave this earth, I'll just make a difference. I'm also the community organizer for the Lafayette Film, Music, and TV meetup group that we meet once a month in the Lafayette area. And, you know, it's compiled of directors, producers, writers, actors, and my whole entire essence of helping them reach their dreams in the industry. Because somebody helped me. Somebody, you know, my Father up in heaven gave me the faith to say you can do anything possible that you put your mind to. And so my whole point of being an organizer, even the role that I play right now, is to just tell people you can do anything. You know, but sometimes it just takes you need a support. Because I'm hearing the flack, and I turn that off. I turn the negativism off and build type of positive. Even if somebody say anything negative, I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to turn it around positive because I don't want to hear that.
Absolutely.
I don't accept that.
And when it comes to pursuing your dreams or pursuing the things that you want in life, you have to have that type of determination that is so strong that, you know what, you can't put my dream out any more than you can put the sun out. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't have that type of power or influence over me because I control what it is that I do in my life. I control the direction of my life. And you're living proof of that.
Mm-hmm. You have one life to live. Mm-hmm. And you have to live it to the fullest. I tell people all the time, if you don't do it, who will? Who will? You know, like I told my kids, I said, think about it, the clothes that you wear. Somebody created it. You know?
It started right there. They thought about that design. Anything in life you can create. You can do anything in life. I said, the moment that you say, well, I can't do, you've already stopped your destination of doing anything in life. Everyone was given gifts in life. But when are you going to open that box, the gift that was given to you, to say, okay, I'm going to pull out the take and start wearing them? Wear those talents. You're right. If you say you can't, you're right. If you say you can, you're right. Mm-hmm. You have that ability. You have that power. Mm-hmm. It's time to wear those talents. I love that. So I love that.
You know, wear your hat well. That's what I tell them. Wear your hats well. I have, my kids. I have 4 children. I was a single parent, for a while and stuff. And so 3 adult kids now, 1 teenager, and they look at that. They look at the success of me. I'm like a role model to them. I encourage them. You know what I'm saying? I encourage them to do better, go forward, make things happen for themselves. Never ever give up on your dreams. If nobody else believes in you, guess what? Mama, I will. I will. My daughter just came to me the other day. She said, Mom, remember a long time ago you were trying to convince me to be a singer? Because I said, yeah, a great voice. I said, I just wanted you to find your talent. Open that box again. So now she's going on different auditions, like America's Got Talent. We just went to audition for that. She's setting herself up for X Factor right now. And then she's thinking about going on The Voice. She wants to get in the music industry. She's not working for Cupid. So he's more or less kind of mentoring her for the X Factor. You're going to hear them talking. So, I'm noticing, I said, oh, she's finding her, her talent. She's opened that box, and that's what she wants to do. I realized you can't force anyone to do something. You can't force anyone to open that box.
It's like in life, it's this journey, and it's like everybody is at a different stage or different point within their journey, and so it's like, hey, when you are at that point where you're ready for it, then you can open that treasure box, because it's treasures that you have up in there. It's some serious treasures. And then it's kind of like you get to own that and you get to become that. And now your daughter has opened herself up. Like, I have this talent, I have this skill, and now I want to pursue that. I want to explore that. And look, she's working with Cupid show.
Yeah, it's
like X Factor.
So it's like, what? So
that's amazing.
Yes, and it just continues through, through anybody, really. You just got to find your niche and just run it, go out there. People don't realize you make the most of your money in something that you love to do.
Wow. Well, I definitely want to thank you so much for coming inside Havilah's Corner. And how can we get in contact with you if we're interested in, having projects casted, or, we need to get in touch with you for some other services that you offer? How can we get in contact with you?
You can contact Chapman Casting Company, and we're at www.chapmancasting.com. You also contact me on Facebook under Mae Chapman. Also have Chapman Casting, a part of that as well. And I'm on Twitter under hashtag ChapMay. Hey, just look me up. You can inbox me. I said before, I'm always on Facebook, and I'll talk to you. I'm not going to shy away from you. If you need help with anything, any projects at all, just give me a call.
And you can also follow me at Havilah Malone on Twitter. And thank you so much for joining us for Inside Havilah's Corner.